Hello, 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 everybody. I am still trying to find a few things set up. I'm running a little behind. But good morning, everybody. How are you? Hope everybody is well. Um, so I have a few options of what to do this morning. So I'm going to see if I can do a poll here and see what you guys want to see. If I can figure it out. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start this. Oop. Yeah, how's everybody been doing? I'm like in so much stinking pain this morning, but I'm trying to keep myself distracted. Okay, let's talk to the chat first. Okay. Hello, Michael. Spencer, it is good to see you too. Everybody saying hi. Hello, Orlando. Scuba, how are you? Okay, I think I started a poll. Can you guys see the poll? I think it's going up. Let me know if it didn't pop up on your guys' side. Scuba, how are you and Leslie? I haven't texted Leslie. I've been bad. I need to text her. Oh, what up, Orlando? Okay, I can't hear you. You did the poll. Okay, cool. You can do that. Okay. Um, I don't hear anything on Rolando's side, so I don't know if that's me or him. What up, Michael?
Hello, hello.
Okay, I can hear you. Hi, Ricardo.
Yay.
How are you? So I think it's Rolando's mic. I think it's his stuff. Okay, let me switch over here. Let's
Hey,
see.
Scuba. G'day.
Oh, Darth Vader model kit is 75%. New puzzle 25%. Awesome.
Ricardo.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Oh, he left.
G'day, g'day.
Cool. Okay, let me grab. Hold on. I will show you the model kit if it does win. But what you guys know, I have a lot of work to. Some of it I will. I promise. I will mute for. But let me grab my stand here so you guys can see. Okay, let's see. Let's change.
Orlando's gone.
I know he left a bit ago. How do I change this? Back him. Oh, that's a lot easier. Okay, put this on here. Come on. Okay. Oh, I don't like how that's backwards. It's like opposite. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to change that. But okay, let me put me on big screen here. Don't like that one. Why is that not going over? There we go. Okay. Uh, you there, Rolando?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
This is the model kit. So you guys know, I last week I did start this. So I had to soak most of them and trim them. I still need to trim. this. I need to soak this in hot water, trim him up, trim this up. And then some pieces, I don't have a plaster for his legs. Um, I have to look into that. But some things I can, melt down with the blow dryer and try to glue in and that kind of stuff. And kind of start that. So this is the Darth Vader one that I'm talking about. Taking my sweet time because I'm terrified of messing them up. But
Hey, in the chat, did you see what Scuba wrote about Leslie?
no, because I was showing the model. I haven't looked yet. Okay. Leslie is currently doing a deal for a strawberry shortcake
I
rocking
don't think you're
chair.
going to be able to fit in it.
It's king sized and picking it up tomorrow. Yay! That's
Remember,
awesome.
Scuba, it's kid sized.
That's awesome. That'll be exciting
It's
to
kid
see.
sized, Scuba. You can't rock in it. I know you want to.
It can be a
Oh,
great footstool, okay?
although you know,
He's
hats
laughing at
off,
you.
hats off, hats off if you can fit in it, mate. I reckon maybe you're entitled to have a bit of a rock, only if you can fit in it.
Rafi, a friend of mine gave me a little glider chair from when he was younger. And when I would sit in the big chair, I would use his glider as a footstool. So you can still use it.
Fair enough.
What are you doing over there? You're clicking like a crazy person.
Who, me? What?
No, Rolando. Click, 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 click.
Clicking.
What are you doing?
I mean, clicking.
Sounds like you're clicking your mouse like a crazy person.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
She's getting it.
Yeah.
You're fine. She's getting it for a player yet to named, aka future grandkid. Is that a congratulations or just hope to be?
Oh, oh, that's cool.
Breaking news. Huh? An
Oh my gosh,
exclusive.
that's so exciting. Congratulations. Are you guys going to pick out? Okay.
No,
No,
it's
just
still
hope.
hope.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys have like already set like grandparent names for when it does happen, or do you guys like is she gonna pick it, or have you guys talked about that? Like only my mom's parents are Nana and Papa, which Papa died when my mom was 14, so I never knew him. But my Nana's that's I've only ever called her Nana, and then my dad's parents was always just grandma and grandpa, which I didn't talk to them much, but my mom when I was younger, she's like, I'm gonna be called grandmama. Okay, all right, lady. But she loves Nana. But when Rafi was little, he couldn't say Nana, so he would call her Anna.
Yeah, right. I had two nanas
Good morning, Mr. B.
because neither of them wanted to be grandma, so
Yeah.
they both wanted to be nana.
There's a cute video from I forget the group, but they're all from the South and they do like Southern videos and that kind of stuff. But it was one of this lady picking her grandma name, and it's actually pretty
Hey,
cute.
g'day, Mr. B.
Mr. B, I have a poll up. You can vote for what you guys want to see. Let me check on it. I
Well, there's
think it's going to be
been
Vader. It's 83 for Vader, 17 on a news puzzle, so I think Vader is winning. But oops,
Yeah.
did not mean to play that.
Finish that Vader.
You vote. Okay, awesome. Very cool. Mr. B saying hello to you, Michael. And Scuba. Wait. Okay, I didn't miss anybody there. All right, I'll let that go for, excuse me, a few more minutes. But yeah, how are you doing, Rolando?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Cool.
Just been out toy hunting.
Find anything good?
Yeah, some new stuff, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But mostly I've been doing a lot of diecast Hot Wheels
Ah,
stuff.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because there haven't been like many figures out.
Yeah,
And then of course now the new prices are up, so it's like,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think so. I know vintage collection is $20 at Walmart, and
Oh,
Target
heck
still
no.
has them for $16.99.
Nope.
But
You get those
yeah,
at Ross. I would not pay $25 for vintage.
oh exactly.
Lost your mind.
I mean, I wasn't even paying for $16.99,
No,
let
absolutely.
alone
For
$19.99.
vintage? No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
exactly.
Nope, not
So I've been
happening.
picking up a lot of
Well,
diecast.
you guys are so lucky that you even see it. I don't even see not one single Star Wars figure on the pegs anymore.
Oh wow.
They're gone. And not only that, most of the toy range is gone. Yeah, kids just don't like Star Wars.
Oh, what is
Yeah,
this?
especially those prices. Yeah.
No, it's a reality. Kids don't like Star Wars.
They
Yeah.
do, but they're picky about it. They only like certain ones. Like Rafi will always love Darth Vader because I'm obsessed with them. But does he want every Darth Vader? No, because I have him. But does he love every Mando thing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
just
yeah. Well, I
depends.
mean, that movie might regenerate some interest, but seriously, all the stores that used to have vintage and Black Series are no longer carrying them. And last time I went to the mall, the only store that was there that had them still had about 4 waves ago, not
Yeah.
Oh.
even new stuff. So
Yeah, that's how it
yeah,
was. When I was going
unless
around,
I buy online and pre-order and all that shit, I ain't getting figures anymore. They've made it too hard for me to collect. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stick with my building Gundam for a while, and I kind of give up collecting my Star Wars, which is sad. But I just
Well,
I'll buy the odd thing when I see it, but it's too
I
hard for me. It
I
got
want
too
certain
hard when they
figures.
started bringing out like 40 figures a year. It started
Yeah.
getting out of control. Like when I started collecting Black Series, especially like with the red and black boxes, that line when it came out for Force Awakens, when that started, uh, the figure releases were so what you could get every figure because it wasn't hard because there wasn't as many figures coming out. Now
Well,
they've
and
got like 20 gaming greats. They
but
have
that's the thing, like I'm
six or
fine with the
seven
game greats, but
archive.
you want
Then
specific ones from it, and they're not making those.
and they have
yeah, I
about
mean,
6 waves a year with about 6 figures.
That's
It's just too hard to get. It's
that's what I
just
want
yeah,
is specific figures, but they're not gonna make. I still want. Okay, they gave me Malik, which I'm great for. They gave me, you know, my other chick, but they gave us Nihilus. But where's Darth Bane? If people would lose their minds for a blue Black Series Darth Bane,
yeah,
like he's an amazing, amazing character. Love the book, love everything about him. I have the fairy
yeah.
Greek
I mean
Order.
that's true.
We
I just saw
we
what
all
Scuba
what?
said.
I'm not over
Kids
there.
don't buy toys in general, really.
No, it's
Like
very
there's not.
like this year for Family Day because we don't do Christmas, but um I asked him, I said, is there any toys you want? And he goes, not really. He rather have video games, or
yeah.
if I do get him a toy, he wants it to be a Godzilla toy. He wants that. But otherwise he doesn't want a lot of other stuff. And that's like
Um.
this is like the first year there hasn't been a toy that they've come out with. Oh, they made Kong's glove, even though he says he hates Kong. That would be cool to have, but I can't find it
Oh,
anywhere.
Power Glove. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
they
be cool.
came out with it. I saw the pictures of it, and then I saw it one time advertised, and then you try to find it to buy it, it's nowhere to be found. But they had it advertised and showed it off, and can't find it though.
You know, like I was gonna say, like, so I noticed that what was in the figure aisles in the stores was they had Jurassic Park still was
Yep.
still something that's going.
Yeah.
They had Roblox, heaps of Roblox
Yeah.
toys.
Skippy toilet.
They had yeah, that's some of that stuff. I'm trying to think. There was a little bit of Marvel,
Sonic.
there was a little bit of
Cars.
DC, but it wasn't McFarlane or anything. It was like the cheap sort of DC figures.
Oh,
Um,
hold on, Mr. B. I'm sending it to you through Instagram. Give me a
uh,
second.
what else was there? Oh, the amount of anime toys, like action
Yeah, that's
figures,
gone up.
but anime action figures like
I haven't
One
seen
Piece
those.
and stuff like that. We've
Oh,
got heaps of those on the shelf.
I haven't
Like
seen those.
and they have some Dragon Ball Z ones, and there's
There you go, Mr.
of
B.
course there's Pokemon toys. Like, you know, it's just, and then like there's other toys, and they're pretty much all based on video games. So, you know, it's all, you know, when you think about it, out of everything I
Eva.
mentioned there, I guess except for the Marvel stuff and Jurassic Park, everything else stems from video
Hi,
games.
Pete.
So, you know, or there's video games for it, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna give 30 seconds left to vote, and then I'm gonna stop it.
It only let me
Yeah.
vote once.
Well, that's the point.
I
You're
think
only
I'm the
supposed
only
to
one
vote
that
once.
I voted for the puzzle. So I think I'm
Well,
the
it's
only
down to
one.
12% for the puzzle. I don't think you're winning it.
Well, with the amount of votes that have gone in, I think that I'm the only one that voted differently. Ah, well.
Mhm. Yeah, in the stores, there wasn't a lot of vintage collection. You see Black Series figures, and then even like GI Joe, that's almost gone too. I don't see those.
G.I.
Uh,
Joe's never been a big thing in Australia. It had a small
yeah,
presence,
See, I don't. So
and
in
and
my
that disappeared, and no one sort of
I don't collect it, but yeah, I
batted
don't
in
see
my
them
an
in stores
eyelid.
anymore.
in my Walmart,
Uh,
I haven't seen GI Joe in years. Maybe at our Target, but I haven't been in Target forever, and that's where I need to go for all my -1 figures because they're only over there. They're not at Walmart.
The what
oh yeah,
figures?
there's got
The -1.
Godzilla toys.
Oh yeah,
Godzilla, yeah,
-1.
Yeah, all of those
Godzilla
are
on
at,
the
Oh
at
yeah.
shelf.
Target, and I hardly ever go to Target
I forgot.
anymore,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
need to go there.
Godzilla's next to
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. They've got all Godzilla toys still.
Now they
So
had at my
Godzilla's
Walmart,
popular.
they had Legendary Godzilla, right? And then they had in the new packaging they had a burning one, but I don't. He was like smudgy looking. I didn't like that, so I didn't get him.
Mhm.
But and then they had one other guy. Now I can't remember who's one of the monsters. I can't. I'm blanking on who it was, and because I can't even picture it in my head what it was. But and then I'm still looking for it, but I want the Mothra, but I can't find that anywhere. And then you go online and scalpers want it for twice. They want you to pay
Yeah.
$30 for a $10 figure. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Oh, so you want the small Mothra?
Well, in the here I'll show you because I
No, you
don't
either have the
have.
small $10 ones or the giant $25 ones.
Yeah, but there's none of them. Is what my point is. There's no Mothras.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not seeing Mothra. And what was it, Shimu? I've only seen her
Okay, look,
twice,
look. This is a
and that was a while
$10
back.
toy. They want $42. Look, here, let me wrong button. Share screen. Wait, I don't have anything up. Nope. Okay. Look at
But
this.
yeah, I'm not seeing
$10 kit
Mothra
right
either.
here in this packaging, right? $42. That's a $10 figure. Like even
Yeah.
22. I'm not paying $22 for it when it's a $10 figure. You've lost your but even like the blue version, I mean 15 is a little bit more reasonable, but how much is the shipping? You know what I mean? Like it's stupid.
Yeah.
But I have little cutesy Mothras and but I want an actual big Mothra. And so I'm still on the lookout for that, but
Yeah, I haven't seen either
maybe
size, the
was it that
giant
guy?
size or the regular size. Just Kong and
Oh,
Zilla.
it was that guy. The Drowned Viper. Or not the Drowned Viper, this guy. What is his name? Frost, the Frost guy. They had
Oh.
him, which isn't bad. But I don't really know him because I still haven't watched the show. But I have the Drowned Viper. I have him. But 65 for all three, that should be $30. You know what I mean? Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I've seen the Monster Pack.
What show's
That's
that?
what I've been seeing lately
Is that the
again.
Godzilla series?
Monarch? Yeah, it's the one with Godzilla
Monarch.
and it's got a bunch of other. I start seeing clips again on
Was that
TikTok,
on
and I was like, oh yeah.
Netflix?
You should
Was that-
watch it. It's
No,
awesome.
Apple. It was on Apple. No, I've seen parts of it, and I'm like, oh, I
Oh, it
keep
was
forgetting
on
about
Apple.
it. And then it was on Apple, and I didn't have Apple, so I'm trying to
I
find
like
it. And
it.
that's why I didn't watch it because I don't have Apple TV. But I think I can get it from somewhere else. But that one website that I was getting free shows from, they took it down, and then I
Yeah.
think they put it back up, but it's acting funny, so I have to play with it a little bit. But I think they brought it back. But so that's just been the problem now is I just, got to find it. Your mic is blocked. Okay. That's weird.
Unblock it.
My Walmart has peg warmers from Black Series, Lonely Lando, Acolyte figures, the same for TVC. Yeah, I just found the Wookiee
So does
guy
mine.
from
My
Acolyte.
Walmarts.
And then they had like a Halloween trooper guy. And then what's funny is those ones aren't even down the main aisle. They're in like a small little, in the middle of the aisle, like part. So I don't know why they separated them. But and then
mine are still grouped together in the same Star
Yeah.
Wars section.
and then they've lost their minds with Lego. Like with the prices of Lego and stuff, I think.
That's why I
I'm just
never buy
planning on getting
Lego.
That's why I'm just getting fun holes. Or, honestly, I just get them from Temu or Ally. They're just as they actually honestly they work really well with regular Legos too.
Oh wow. No. On Temu, I want to try some of the Dinobots, Transformers, but I can't seem to find the ones I want.
Why is this all funky?
See, that's
Has to
that
do with
might
my browser.
Ricardo. That
Oh,
amazes
do
me
you not have?
because
Did it skip a
Acolyte
section where it
figures
says like it wants your
disappeared
permission?
here.
Hold on, I have
I was
Hello?
just going to say, Ricardo, in Australia,
Is that Geek Strong calling?
Hello.
the Acolyte figures disappeared.
No, I
Fine,
still
what do you
have
want,
those
robot?
egg warming.
Yeah. So obviously they didn't send enough in Australia to peg warm because
Wow.
they sold out here. I couldn't get my hands on any of them really.
So that was a first.
What was that?
Okay, so those robotic calls you get,
Yeah.
right? You can tell it's a robot. It was an
Right.
Australian woman trying to ask me about my car's extended warranty.
Oh. Was it Bush Barbie?
No. She sounded
An
like she was from Earth,
Australian
though.
woman.
Yeah, it was
I didn't
an
see-
Australian robot. Because you know how they do, or how you have to say hello, and then there's a big pause, and then hello.
Yeah.
It's like very electronic, and then she just kept saying hello over and over, and then she goes, we've been trying to reach you about your car, extended warranty, that kind of nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, I get
It
those
sounds like a
calls.
permissions issue, Mr. B.
Even
I
for a
can
car
send
that I
it
don't have.
through.
That's good to know. that we've got
if you
Australian call
download,
centers going to America.
I know, right? Can you download? It'll say like StreamYard guest. It might let you do it that way.
Is that the new
So,
Nigerian stuff? Now we get
no, she's
Australian
not
calls.
Nigerian.
No, I mean
Oh,
replacing
oh, oh.
Nigeria.
See, I don't get Nigerian calls.
I think that award's
What
gone
up,
to
pal? How are you?
India a long time ago, mate.
Oh yeah.
The
I
Emperor's
think
here.
China's catching up. Hey, Pelts.
Oh, 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 oh. You okay, bro? Hey, you all right? Calm down.
Man, there's
Yeah,
10
wipe out.
votes. There's 10 votes in my and new puzzle dropped
You okay?
3%.
Hi.
Everyone's
All
voting.
right. Okay.
Everyone's voting.
All right. Well, if you didn't vote, too bad. I'm ending it. Okay.
Hey,
It
Pete.
was 90% model kit and 10% diamond
I
or
didn't say
new
hello to
puzzle.
Pete. Sorry, Pete.
So
Or
okay.
not a bit. Just get on with it then.
Hey, you shush it. Okay.
I just finished the build. That's why it's sitting in front of me like that, complete.
Oh, hold on. Let me make it big screen for you.
I finished the build like 2 hours ago, and I was like done. And now
There you go.
you've got me streaming with you, so I'm gonna start another one. But this is your standard grandpa, but it's a special edition for their
All right. I need
45th year, and it's called
water.
the Earth
Hi,
Colored Gundam.
sweetheart. Do you want out? You
So
gotta
it's
go out.
got
Want out?
a bit of metallic in the green there and stuff.
You can
But
go.
yeah, to me, it's more like I would
Okay.
think
Right.
it's more reminds me more of aquatic kind of.
Right.
Call it the Ocean Gundam, but anyway. Yeah, so that's something I finished earlier tonight, and yeah,
Come on,
I
big boy.
I built
No,
that.
you can't
I
go in there. Come
started
here.
that yesterday and finished it tonight,
I don't
and
know.
and I was doing this earlier in the week, which is the suit I had. I brought cheap
Okay.
this kit. It's just a grunt suit.
I
It's called a Nemo. A Nemo.
need a container.
So yeah.
Cool.
And
I
now
don't
I'm gonna
think
build. Dun, dun,
that one's gonna
dun.
work.
I'm gonna build.
I'd rather
It's
have a
called
lid.
the Death Sight Hell Gundam. Oh, hang on. Better move you. Death Sight Hell Gundam. A Gundam that's got hell in its name. Must be evil.
No.
No,
HE double hockey stick.
I've built this suit before, but this is like a special version of it.
Oh, what happened to that container I had last week?
I brought this and I thought I'd never build it when I got it home because I wasn't really feeling it. Oh my god. The manual is mini. But this is also like that kit here. This is a limited edition kit. You could only buy in certain places. And I got my hands on one, luckily.
Cool.
This kit I'm about to build is also a similar kind of thing. Where it's they have like a range they call P Bandai, which is like their
Where did it go?
I don't know, they do like all special limited kits. P Bandai. So yeah. So it's fun. But they're hard to get your hands on P Bandai kits, so I've got to often order them online. That one I actually built, the Earth one, it actually came from a shop in New Zealand, believe it or not. because I only ever saw it in one Australian shop and it sold out really quick. So I just happened to be searching for Gundams online and yeah, stumbled across this store that's based in New Zealand that has some unique P Bandai kits, and there
Oh,
where it
cool.
was. So I went, oh, I think I'll buy that. And
That's cool. It's always to find out from other
earlier this
countries.
evening, early this evening, I was back
Ouch.
on their website because when I was looking through and I ended up buying this one, there was another. It's not the well, it's the same. It's the same machine, like it's the same Grandpa Gundam, but it's a Gundam base limited one that I'm going to get my hands on too, which you're only meant to be able to buy when you visit a Gundam base. So, and a Gundam base is like a unique shop, and there's only so many of them in the world. And yeah, I don't think there's any in the Western world at all. Actually, there's not even in the States yet. They've got it, but I think they're going to get one eventually.
No, that'd be cool.
Hi, my darling.
I've only seen
You.
for Gundams the new those action figures that they have. They're selling for
Yeah, yeah,
35
yeah.
bucks. So I've seen there's two new ones.
Man, what about their
Wait, hold on, guys, hold on. Mr. B, do you have the app downloaded? If you do the app, it'll just say StreamYard Guest on your phone, and then use the link I sent you. It should allow you to join that way. So you're not actually going through your web browser, you're going through the app itself. It'll
I'd love to
try
get
that.
that.
Okay.
I want to get those action figures, but
I want to get the Death
Oh,
Trooper
thank you,
helmet.
Mr.
I
B.
want that so bad, but I
I
haven't seen that.
appreciate it.
Maybe I should go and see if I can find that.
Mr. B
I
says he
haven't
got
seen
the
the helmets.
Death Trooper helmet yesterday and picked up Black Series 3-pack with Vader, Thrawn, and Grievous.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Ooh,
that.
that sounds
That was
awesome.
pretty fun. That's a cool looking box they came in, a 3-pack.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm probably going to regret this, but we're going to try it. I can't
Try
find the right
what?
container, so well,
Is
I'm
that
gonna put something on
is
my
that
bed. I
three
shouldn't,
pack
but
TVC?
No, it's been Black Series.
It is Black Series.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never even
Black box.
never even seen it. What was it? A special release or something?
I don't know. I just so far I've seen it at Walmart only. They had those special displays.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. We only ever got those special displays. Oh, geez, a few years ago, and then we never saw them again.
yeah. That,
Because as I said, obviously Star Wars isn't popular enough.
yeah. It's a villain set. Darth Vader, Grievous, and Admiral Thrawn. Black Series. They're carded.
okay.
Yeah.
They're carded Black Series.
Yeah.
Wow, seems like an unusual combination.
Yeah,
Why?
they're just
They're
doing
both
like the 3
enemies of
super
Anakin.
villains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool little box. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen
And
it.
then
I'll have to
they
Google
had
it and have a
the
look.
E-wing, that E-wing fighter, for $100.
What's that for TVC?
Yeah, that was for a TVC.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't expect it to be Black Series. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, does the E-wing come with a pilot?
I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I'm curious.
I want to say, but probably not.
Hmm.
Oh,
Because
and I think I saw
all those vehicles normally come with a pilot. Normally. Anyway.
I know it comes with an Astromech R3 unit.
Oh, well, maybe that's instead of a pilot then.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the figure. They
Hey,
always tend to
Onyx, what's she
include a
doing here?
figure.
What's she doing down here? Oh, my niece came down.
She come down and saw a crazy man talking to nobody
Yeah.
else in the room.
She's looking for my
She
mom, but
she quickly ran out of the room because she's like, he's crazy. He's talking to himself. He's having a
yeah,
conversation.
she's looking for her abuela, in Spanish for grandmother.
Ah,
But my mom took off, so she's not here.
nice. Man, there's so much plastic. Oh, still got another bag to open. Wow.
Yeah, and there was another on the displays for TBC. There was another set that I saw. I think it was Moff Gideon's hallway thing.
Mm.
Yeah, the partial hallway. Let's see. Yeah, I think those were the new things. And the displays, I see a lot of regular stormtroopers. Well, Black Series stormtroopers.
Jeez.
I know, it's like, oh man. It's
I
like I want
wish
to get some.
I wish I had some more of those. Oh, although I have actually, that's a lie. I just realised I've got two archive ones I ended up buying, which were the new cast, the new figure. I should get a Sand Trooper too, actually.
Yeah.
That should be it. Get my hands on one of those too. Because they did the new Sand Trooper on the new Stormtrooper body, which makes it way better because the old Sand Trooper Black Series figure was, oh, that was a shocker. That was an absolute shocker, that one. Look at
I
that.
mean, I
Look at
love
those
seeing
plastic
the
bags.
stormtroopers.
Plastic bags. Look how many there were with sprues. There's another one. Jeez. Yeah, no, the latest mold they did for the Star Wars Black Series Stormtroopers is way better than any others they've done previously.
Mm.
Same with the Clone Trooper too. They improved the Clone Trooper's body too. Finally, took them a while, but they got it done.
Huh.
Oh man, I'm loving this. Got my hand on these new. They're made in Australia. They're like 100% natural sodas. So
Yeah.
it's actually just soda water, just carbonized water with
Oh,
real flavor. Like
nice.
it's you know, I think it's got like 8 calories or something, no sugar. But this is have you heard of yuzu lemon?
No.
It's Japanese lemon. It's trending in Australia now. There's a lot of
Really?
drinks and stuff that have yuzu lemon in it. Yeah, but yuzu lemon's got a. To me, it tastes the same. I don't know. It's lemon, you know.
I like it when they really have a lot of flavor in those drinks.
Yeah, I just buy these small little cans. It's only a few gulps, but I've got to. I'm still limited to what I can drink
Mm.
until the doctors take me off my limit. So yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that.
Let's put the model making assistants on,
Mhm.
and let's see where we're starting on this kit here. We're starting with a body. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, I don't even. That is a lot to take in straight away.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, like I said, I've just been picking up a lot of diecast cars that I like.
Diecast. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
or
yeah,
Hot
yeah.
Wheels, you know.
There's actually like in toy stores now, the diecast has actually got its own aisle. It's like Hot
Really?
Wheels, and then there's all these
Yeah.
other like Chinese
Yeah,
brands.
Mayatsu. And you always had
And
Auto
then
World, Johnny
I
Lightning.
think some of them have Jazzwares.
Yep.
What else? I don't know. Like, yeah, no, Hot Wheels has all these different series too, don't they? They have
Yeah.
like their normal, like standard blue packaging, but they have. Although I don't know if our packaging in Australia is differently, but I know they've got like a more premium range of Hot Wheels where they
They
have
do. They're getting better.
like it's all nicely boxed, and there might be two or three cars in there. They might be racing cars, or like something. And I think the idea is that you keep them in the box, obviously, like because it's a beautiful display piece. But yeah, I've seen them
Oh
on
yeah.
the shelves there. So like,
Yeah.
there's one thing I guess that was in my childhood that kids still play with, which is diecast cars. You're
Oh yeah.
correct. Yeah.
I always. Yeah. Well, I always only buy the ones I like.
Yep.
So usually it's a lot of the muscle cars kind of thing. So I don't buy. I don't even go hunting for the expensive ones. You know, treasure hunts and super treasure hunts. Uh, I always see videos. People they always go first thing in the morning with doors open or late at night towards closing because that's when their
Yeah.
stores will restock them. And I'm like, man, those stores they get a lot of Hot Wheels compared to my stores. Just and like every day they'll go to the same store to see if they've been stocked yet. So
You know what's weird? That geographically, that means that there's a lot of collectors. You
oh
know what
yeah,
I mean? In
yeah,
that
yeah.
in that area, isn't that kind of a weird occurrence? But when you think about it, that one
Uh,
store particularly gets more because they have a lot more collectors in the area. And then
yeah.
what is it about that location that all these Hot Wheel collectors are collecting Hot Wheels? Like what started it?
Oh yeah.
That's what I think about. I know it's stupid, but yeah,
Mhm.
All
I
right, look
think
what I
about
found, you guys.
crazy stuff like that. What did you find? What did you find? What did you find?
I'm screen sharing.
Nice.
Who wants the good
What
China
it-
out? Look how adorable that is.
You know what? I would almost say that this is Cat's wedding china, but
I
Heck
know.
yeah.
it couldn't be because it'd have to be Vader.
No, you have both.
No, yeah. She'll take both.
Or have a ramen
Can
station
it be like, we
and
got
then have
guests,
that.
I'm getting out the
Hey, wait
good
a
one
minute.
in China.
Didn't I send you a
And
picture?
you'll end up with a Darth Vader plate
Yeah, I think I
You can
sent you a
choose.
picture of like that.
and a Godzilla cup.
Yeah, they're
Like,
together. Hello.
yeah. I thought I sent you a picture of something like that about Godzilla China.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't click on the links you send me because they're not appropriate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of like Blue
Rolando.
sending me links. I'm like, I ain't clicking on that. He's like, you're no fun. Just click it. And it's either a shark trying to eat me or a clown riding a shark trying to eat me.
Does Rolando like sending you pictures of himself posing by the swimming pool or something? 'Cause
Oh, why did I get small again? Mr. B, did that work at all? Did you try the app?
Miss, wow.
Or send me the exact error message you get, and I'll try to help you.
Mr. B. Mr. B. What else is happening?
Oh! Okay. Oopsie.
Oh, thanks, Ricardo. I'll go to Amazon and see if I can see that 3-pack then.
All right. What
Okay.
is the exact error message it gives you?
And you're asking that. So getting back to the E-Wing, Rolando's gone. So getting back to the E-Wing, it only came with a droid, but has TVC ever made an E-Wing pilot that you can put into the E-Wing? Just a question. I don't know because I'm not a TVC collector. And unfortunately, Rolando's gone on us.
Wait, what were you asking? I was trying to deal with
Well,
something that I did.
they've just released a TV size, a vintage collection Star Wars E-Wing, and it says it comes with a droid figure. Because normally when they release a vehicle, it comes with like a pilot or something.
Yeah.
So they're releasing it with the droid that goes with it, the astromech. But who's the one that's meant to be flying it? And my question is, did they ever release a E-Wing pilot in? Because I don't recall them doing it. But then I'm not as knowledgeable about TVC as I am with Black Series. So,
Ah.
but my question was, basically, is there an E-Wing pilot to put in their E-Wing ship that they just released? Basically, or
Mr.
are
B
they
says in the
selling?
show it was a girl pilot.
Doesn't matter. But
I know.
can you?
I'm just
Is
telling you
she
what he said.
available? Is it available? Is she available? Because it seems like are they going to sell that pilot separately? I guess maybe and drop it in the next wave or so that they can sell them at the same time, I guess. I don't know. Geez, just a question.
Why are you saying geez? Hey,
'Cause
Mr. B, what kind of phone do you have? Do you have iPhone or Samsung? He says, don't know if they made an E-wing pilot. Maybe in the future.
that's what I mean. It seems weird that they don't have one already that you can throw into a ship that you can buy now. That's my whole point.
He says, or you can use any Rebel pilot if they're wearing blue. Samsung. Okay, thank you. Welcome back, Lando.
Hey, yeah. So
Like
I
to
went to
me,
look something and I was
No,
gone.
you're good.
have you have
All
you
good.
have you heard anything I was been saying,
Probably
Rolando?
not.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Um, I was talking about the TVC E-wing
Okay.
and
Hold on
how
one
it
sec.
comes with a droid.
Michael, hold on 1 second, okay? Mr. B, I'm gonna send you step-by-step instructions, okay, to try to see if that helps for you, okay? It's super easy. It's not too complicated. But I'm gonna send it to you on your Instagram. Okay, go
Seriously,
ahead.
Huh.
I know on my
I have a
stream,
Samsung.
everything on
Oh, on
my
your
my
stream.
on
Your
my
stream.
stream, you keep
Mm-hmm.
interrupting me. So because you know vintage better than me, my question was: so they've released an E-wing that comes with a droid. Who are you meant to put in the pilot seat?
You're welcome.
Yeah, like they're saying, I think it's just any pilot. There's really
Uh,
no one specific.
that's what I say. So normally when they release a vehicle, they release the pilot, or
Yeah.
they release, you know, in the wave that comes around the same time, they release it on a separate card back, something that goes with it. You know what I mean? This
Yeah,
time
exactly.
they haven't really done that in my eyes. By the
No.
sounds of it, they've just basically dropped the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's nobody special that stands out. If you remember in the movie, when they're flying those E-wings,
Yeah,
there's
but
really
I mean,
nobody special.
I thought most of those. I thought I can't remember. Doesn't the E-wing pilots have a slightly different, like, pilot's costume? Like a lot of
Uh,
those rebel flight suits are different
yeah.
according to ships that they fly. So
Yeah, and
that's my
plus
question. Yeah.
the um,
Anyway,
yeah, those E-wing. I mean, they're
am I being?
the
Tell me,
era
am I
was
being too
before.
picky or what? Am I being too picky or if you
Well,
were
I mean, like I said, there was no special character flying the E-wing that they pointed out, and
so
the
so if
E-wing
you
would
got
predates the X-wing.
if you got all right, maybe bad example, but um just for example, you got a F-14 Top Gun jet, and then you had to wait 12 months before they released the Maverick and Goose figure to put in it.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what that's what the TVC seems like to me at the moment with the E-wing. They haven't like thought about, you know, a
yeah,
character or a figure to go into it. So therefore, it seems like a weird vehicle to build if you haven't got anyone in particular in mind. You know?
well, yeah. It would be just a generic pilot.
Yeah.
So, which they haven't come out because Captain Antok, um, wasn't
Yeah,
he
but I
sold
mean,
separately
yeah, and
than
then
his fighter?
I'm not sure. I thought he
Or,
came with a
or
fighter.
he came with the fighter, but like the
Yeah,
R2
I think
unit
he
was
came with
separate.
a fight. Maybe yeah, but see, I bet you the R2 unit was available in the wave that was close to it. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I just think maybe I'm being too picky, but
No. Oh, and the other thing I saw at a Target was a Luke X-wing fighter. Um, I haven't seen that before.
see, and that's the thing. You look at all the TIE fighter pilots that you might be able to throw into your E-wing to play with,
Yeah,
and majority of them are Luke.
yeah.
You know, there's a slight difference between Snowspeeder Luke and Snowspeeder X-wing. Even though those uniforms look the same, they're slightly different. So they are two different figures, kind of thing, you know?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. And of course, Luke X-wing was like 130.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, an X-wing's bigger than an A-wing.
yeah. You know, and Super
But
John showed us there's a generic X-wing for the 4-inch figures. He compared that one to, which cost $30. He compared it to an original X-wing, and they're both the same size.
yeah,
So I mean, that's a good alternative. You know, pay $30 for that new one, and you know, you got yourself an X-wing.
yeah, my word.
So I haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, okay.
But, I don't know, I keep seeing it in at Targets, and yeah, I'm like, I won't pick it up right now. It's not a priority. Although Target does have their 25% discount right now on any toy.
Okay. They have like a half-yearly toy sale.
Because on that discount, I did pick up the two. They've got like a 4-inch, the Fantastic Four family set at Target. Normally it's a
Fantastic Four.
$35, and then there's a Spider-Man pack that are also like 4-inch figures. That there's like 8 of them, and they have it for $50. But of course, you get that discount that comes down to 40.
Okay.
So I just picked those two up. I guess the next thing will be that X-wing, get it on sale. Yeah, and yeah, looks like Target has an exclusive on those 2 figures of for the vintage collection, Bib Fortuna and that other alien from the Cantina. Because Walmart doesn't have those 2 figures. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So Target, they've got the Gamorrean Guard, right? For vintage collection, and there's nothing else special about that figure. It doesn't come with anything extra, and they have it listed as a deluxe figure, so it costs you $25,
For
but
nothing.
for nothing
Yeah.
exactly. You know,
Yeah.
his packaging is just a little bigger because Gamorrean Guard's a little wider there, but. Yeah, I was like shocked. It was $25. I was like, what for? Why is he a deluxe? He doesn't come with anything. It's just the figure and his vibro axe. So I couldn't believe that. And then of course Walmart's got the well, I guess the newest vintage collection wave, but now they Walmart they're $19.99, $20, and it's like, yeah, no. I didn't buy it for $16.99. What makes you think I'm going to buy it for $19.99? So I was like, no,
I think,
just gonna sit there and
you
peg
know,
one.
if they would apply what Marvel does with theirs, give them extra heads, hands, all this kind of stuff, you know,
Well, that's what a
and
deluxe figure is.
it's not, no, but that's what I'm saying is that's standard though with most Marvel characters. It's not even a deluxe. It's
See,
just, it comes with
Oh,
it. I
yeah.
think they would do a lot better with their Star Wars figures because it's not a
I
deluxe.
agree
It's
with
just,
that,
I think
and
they
then I
would,
also think that isn't necessary too, because at the end of the day, the majority of their sales for 6-inch figures would be adult collectors, and adult collectors buy the toys. They might unpackage them and put them on the shelf, but they stand them up and then leave it. They don't tend to play with them and pose
I'm
them,
not saying play with
and
them, but having different
you would probably
ways to
only change
display
the
them.
hands once and go, oh, that's how I'm going to display it because that's how I like the look of it. And
Yeah.
and to be honest, that's what I end up doing with my Gundam as well. I end up, um, they have multiple hands, but once I decide on the certain look I want out of that kit, I end up putting all the spare hands and stuff in a little plastic bag, and it just goes into storage.
Yeah.
So, and I do that the same with some of the Black Series figures that come with, extra weapons and stuff. Sometimes I just bag them up too if I don't use them. So, and I've got a box full of Black Series weapons and accessories, like extra this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because all I do is pose once I've unboxed it and decided something. I mean, it's good to know that you can always change the look of something on your shelf down the track.
Yeah,
But I
rearrange your
th-
shelf.
but I think as adults we tend not to bother with that anyway. So no, I think the biggest problem with it's not. I get what you're saying. You get more value for money with Marvel for the same sort of price, but at the end of the day, I think it's just the price point with Black Series and TVC that's killed it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that and
Collect,
only making the same figure over and over
Yeah.
versus give us different ones. Like they really fumbled the Ray one. Why did they not give her the nasty face? People would have lost their minds for that, right?
I know.
Like
I
they
did buy
keep
that
doing all
one.
these dumb things.
it's a
That
nasty
Evil Ray.
face.
I got
Oh, the
the
evil.
6-inch.
Yeah, I got the Black Series one.
Yeah. That's the only one I've ever seen at a Target.
Do you know
I've never
that's
seen her
also
again.
that's also the only figure they released from that movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Full.
I mean, the movie was crap, but still, like
That's
Yeah.
the
they
one
missed huge
one and
opportunities with
only
that
figure
thing.
from that movie.
stupid.
So
The
I've
only
got
thing-
that figure. So at least I know I've completed that collection.
They didn't even make a Luke at all.
I just hated how they wasted Luke.
Oh, even I mean the fact that he even
Yeah.
says like that's not
My
his character.
Rise of Skywalker figure collection is complete.
Yeah, well, unless you got the alternative where it comes with the gold saber handles on her lightsaber.
Oh, I forgot they did that.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
have that
who
one. I've never
cares?
seen it.
I don't know which one I've got. Was it
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying,
same
like-
packaging?
Probably the gray one. No, it's just so common.
I mean, here's the thing,
I don't
like,
know
so
which
my,
one
I
I've
can't,
got.
so, like, I have a figure up there, Bespin Luke, right? There
Yeah.
was one where, because it's got his stump, right? I don't
Yeah.
have, there's a version with his stump being bloody. I don't have
Oh
that,
yeah.
right? And then there's certain ones up there that came in with an insert background. I have some of those, the other ones don't. Like, they add at least a little something, throw in something, right?
All right.
But let's just change the hilt. No, why not do the hilt and the face? Like change it to a gold and then her nasty face. You know, make it like
Yeah.
something. But you make Darkseid and you just give her a regular face? That's stupid. Wow, this part is really stubborn. Holy crap. Probably gonna stab my thumb.
Well, it's like I got and I actually got the it was like a figure and with a base set that they tried out in 6-inch. And I brought a Ray that came with so it was from the second movie. Yeah, what was the second movie? Last
Jedi or whatever.
Jedi, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's actually her standing on top of it, and the diorama base is great. So like the
Ow.
salty earth, you know,
Yeah.
and she's standing, and she comes with her lightsaber, and she's standing on top of one of those crash motors with a lightsaber out. Well, that's not even the scene in the movie. And I had that before I'd even seen the movie, because the movie that I got my hands on that before the movie had come out, and I was like, when I was watching the movie, because I already had that figure, I was like, when
Hi,
that planet
Crazy.
appeared, I thought, oh, here we go. What's going to happen here? Because you know she's standing on top of a
Hey,
wreck
guys.
motor with the, and none of it happened.
Yeah.
So whether it was based on a deleted scene or I don't know, it seems weird, but yeah, I worked out that it's meant to be part of one of those engines from one of those vehicles that they were using to attack the walkers and stuff. Those like sort of pod racing, sort of skiddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
I kind of didn't like those
okay.
vehicles.
I was like, okay, it's not even a scene in the movie. It's they've sucked me in here. But yeah, I brought that, and as I said, and it was prior to the movie coming out. For some dumb reason, I think you know what it was. It was actually one of the last ever Force Fridays that they did, because I think after Last Jedi that just killed it completely. Because I went
Forgot
to a
about
Force
those.
Friday. I went to a Force Friday for The Force Awakens, and that was popular. And there was some cool stuff to buy. Like even on that Force Friday, I remember I spent a fortune. I spent like on Black Series. I think I spent nearly like $500 on the one night, because I ended up coming home with the 6-inch speeder, Luke's speeder, and I also came home with Ray speeder with her riding it from Force Awakens,
I
and
never bought that one.
yeah, it's a cool
Yeah,
Force
I
ride.
want it for the vintage collection.
Yeah. Anyway, so and then I brought a heap of like a whole complete wave of Black Series figures on that night too. And then I went back. I remember that was a cool Force Friday because I went to midnight and our version of GameStop opened at midnight because they
Mm.
weren't allowed to sell the figures until a certain
Yeah.
date. So they opened at midnight so that so you could be the first people to get your hands on the figures. And so I was there at my mall. I was there for midnight for that, and they had the 501st was there, and the stormtroopers were controlling the queue. They were like the security. They were like, okay,
Awesome.
move along, and like halt and doing all this. And then occasionally a couple of them would come up and ask you for ID, some sort of ID card, or like, it was quite a funny thing while I was waiting in queue. I was about sixth in queue. That's why I got my hands on so much stuff that night. If I had have been any further down the line, they would have sold out. So yeah. And then I also felt bad because I'm a greedy prick and I brought so much stuff, and then that probably meant that someone down the line didn't get
Mm.
it. But
Yeah,
normally I'm
usually they
that
limit
guy.
that stuff on how many you can buy.
Normally, well, I only brought one of each thing, but they only had
Oh,
so many, if you know what I mean.
oh, okay.
Like, it's not like I brought 4 of this and 3, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
Cannon.
it's anyway.
Yeah.
That morning, I got out of there at about 1:30 a.m. and drove home, and I think I stopped at a 24-hour Macca's on the way home, and I had something to eat, obviously, because I went to Macca's, and then I came home and I went to bed, and I had my alarm set for 5 a.m., and I woke up at 5 a.m. and I went back to the same mall and jumped into a different Force Friday queue at Toys R Us, and I picked up all the stuff that I missed out on, because even though I was sixth in line, I still missed out on some certain stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I literally was like, went to Toys R Us and they had a 6 a.m. opening. So I literally got up and basically got dressed and just went straight to bloody Toys R Us. And I was in the queue at like 20 to 6. And this time I was third in queue. But I had to wait 40 minutes before we got in. And the good thing was they had it all set up ready for us at the very front of the store. So you didn't have to like go into far into the store. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And also I
Gannon.
think yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go on, say what you're going to
Oh,
say.
he said that he missed the Force Friday for the Force Awakens, but he went for the Rogue One and then spent a fortune on the Last Jedi one and stood in the rain waiting for midnight.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
then
mean,
said him and his buddy got soaked even wearing raincoats, and he took a picture with the 4 of us crazies standing in the front of the line.
I was lucky I
Hi,
was inside a
Aisha.
mall, so I didn't have the weather. G'day, Aisha. I didn't have the mall to worry about, but I mean, obviously I was inside. But it was just weird because basically I returned back to the mall, like, and I was there literally 4 hours after I'd left the joint to do the same thing again. So yeah, but I saved up for
Hi.
like ages because I saw them promoting this Force Friday, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm picking up all the. But the thing was, I didn't get my hands on any of those special boxed Force Awakens, the Force Friday figures. I had to get just the standard released ones. And I was so
I,
short in the queues. That's how quick they sold out here.
I remember
So
going to Walmart's and yeah, all the Force Awaken. Um, it was like the figures were all gone, and I'm like, wow, man, it's like it took me a while before I finally started buying some.
I missed many
Trying
of
to find
those.
even
and
Captain Phasma.
they did another one I went to at Toys R Us when they released the Black Series 40th anniversary, I think. New Hope figures on the card back, the 6-inch ones, when they reissued those, but in 6-inch size.
Mm.
And I went there for one of those, and I think I ended up picking up most of the figures in the first wave that came out for that. Oh no, I got them all. I got them all. But I actually tried to buy two of each. I remember I got two of each that night, but they had tons of them. They had just on the pegs. But I noticed because I went and had a look at some of the other older Black Series stuff on the shelf that I hadn't had. I grabbed all my carded figures first, and then I went and had a look at their normal section where they sold the Star Wars to see if there was anything else I wanted to get. And by the time I walked back past where they had the display of carded figures, that was almost gone, all of them. And there were certain figures that went straight away that people just brought multiples of. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, pretty bizarre, but yeah, it was. I miss stuff like that. Like we don't get stuff like that anymore. And as I said, Star Wars toys have virtually disappeared off my shelves anyway. But yeah, we just don't get evenings like that anymore where, you
yeah,
get to line up and go to that was so much fun that being in a queue and having the 501st Stormtroopers telling you to, you know, move along as the queue moved, and stuff like that. That was cool. Because I remember we were all queuing up, and they have a massive 10 cinema complex at this mall I was at, and all these people were getting out of the movies, the last session, and they were walking past, and they all were like looking, going, "What's going on here at this store?" And they're going, "Why are there all stormtroopers here and stuff?" And and all these people from the movies were lining up as they were going back to their car in the car park because the mall was closed. None of the stores were open. Only stores were open were the grocery stores that are 24 hours there. They were the only two stores open in the whole mall. So the only thing that was open was maybe a couple of bars and restaurants and the cinema, besides those two grocery stores. And we're there with, stormtroopers surrounding us and stuff. So it must have been a bit of a weird sight as you got out of the movie theater to walk past and go, "What the hell?"
Hey, boy.
yeah.
Let me show you.
I remember taking this cool photo that night. I wonder if I could find it.
I'm working on a Darth Vader model kit.
Only once I went to a Barnes and Noble and I don't know why, but like they had the 501st out there. It's the only time I've ever seen
I'm just trimming them
people
up.
cosplaying Star Wars figures, and I got my picture taken with all of them. The one group photo.
And on his part of his
That was
kit.
pretty cool.
I'm trying to find this photo because I remember when I was walking back to my car and I had both hands full because I was carrying big bags of Black Series stuff.
Wow.
And I remember putting the bags down and quickly grabbing my phone out of my pocket and snapping a photo of this 501st guy. And now I can't. I know I've still got that photo somewhere. I'm just going through my photos.
Mm.
No, it'll be
Yeah.
back here.
That's the only
I
time I
remember
ever
that.
have myself pictured with any Star Wars characters.
My friend invited me. They went to this game store and they invited me to come. They're launching something, and so I was like, "Yeah, I'll come." So the 501st came. Thank you. And I think their Captain Rex liked me because he kept following me around the store. And then he's like, "You want a picture?" And I kept telling him, "No, I'm okay." And then he's like, "Want a picture?" But sure, bro. He handed me his rifle and took a picture with me. So, but he would have kept following me
Ah,
around the store. But that was the first time I met the 501st. And then the second was when the midnight release for the Toys R Us Clone Wars figures. And it was a Friday. And I got off work early. My boyfriend got off work early, and then my best friend got off. And so it's like 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30. And I'm like, "Yeah, hey,
mhm.
are you guys still doing the release?" I'm like, "Yeah, is there anybody out there?" And he goes, "There's two people sitting outside." And we're like, "Crap." So we run down there. It ends up being the guy that I was camped out for. So I camped out for Revenge of the Sith movie, and he was in first. You know, he was in line
Yeah.
first. And then I was like, "Dude," I was like, "You look really familiar." He's like, "You too." And we started talking, and then that's when we're like, "Oh, I remember you all that." And he, at the time that I knew him, he was a really sweet guy. He had the second largest Star Wars collection in the world. Like, super sweet guy. I don't know if he still lives where he lives, but it's like 10 minutes from my house. Him and his wife are darling, awesome. But yeah, it was like an hour or two before midnight. Um, 501st came and I actually got to meet Darth Vader, and I was like freaking out, right? So me and my friend Andre, um, we were talking to the stormtrooper guy, and he's saying like, I was really depressed. I was going through a divorce, and then I had a friend in the 501st. He's like, "Let's join him." So he's like, "I lost all this weight, to fit into the stormtrooper outfit and all that kind of stuff, right?" So he's talking to us about it and all that, and then he looks at me and Andre, and he's all like, "You guys should join us." And I was like, "Dude," I was like, "Did the Empire just ask us to join them?" But the first 10 people in line got a free holographic General Grievous from the
Oh,
Clone Wars
wow.
figure. So I have that on my wall.
Hey,
But yeah,
Kat,
it was awesome.
can
What?
you put me on big screen for a sec?
Sure. Give me a second.
This is a photo I was talking about. I quickly snapped.
I've never
See,
been.
we were walking back
Oh,
to our
nice.
cars in
Yeah.
the car park at 1:30 in the morning to see a stormtrooper walking back to his car.
Right?
And the funny thing was, just before I'd taken that photo, you know how his yellow lights flash because he used
Yeah.
his alarm button to open
Yeah.
the doors. So he was driving home like that in his stormtrooper uniform.
That's
But I
funny.
just it's hilarious. So yeah, it was very funny. And I remember I did actually speak to him, um, but I spoke to him inside. I didn't realize it was the same guy because as I was loading up my car, he'd taken his helmet off and he was just driving in his armor, but without the helmet on. And as he was driving past, he had his window down, and he said, "See you, mate. Have a good night," and all that. I was like, "Oh wow!" But he told me when I was talking to him inside in the queue, because I didn't realize it was the same guy. He was saying how sometimes they do different charity events and stuff, and they can't be bothered getting changed, so they jump in their car and drive home. And him and a couple of the other troops all wore their armor, and they went through a Macca's drive-through and stuff like that, and just really mess with all the, drive-through attendants and that. They come to, they come to the window with their orders, and they look into the car, and there's four stormtroopers
So
sitting there waiting for their Maccas. Like
so kind of like that scene from Fanboys.
it's just funny. It's just
That's what
funny.
I'm
Yeah,
hearing is it's kind of like that.
yeah. No, they seem like they have a bit of fun. I always wanted to join, and then I just,
I have a few
you know,
friends in it.
the armor and stuff's just so expensive, and
Yeah.
I'm the
Oh
kind
yeah.
of person that if I'm gonna do it, I'll do it properly, and it's
He's a TIE fighter
yeah,
pilot.
yeah. Well, I mean, there are other options with the 501st. You can, become a biker scout, and that costume's a lot cheaper to own than a full stormtrooper, and
Yeah.
some people join the 501st and they just wear the black Imperial Navy uniform, or officers uniform,
Yeah.
and they hang out with the stormtroopers. So I mean, that is a cheap way you can join. And then the other option is like your friend, a TIE fighter pilot as well. That's a very cheap costume as well, because basically it's black, sort of coveralls and a bit of armor on the top half of your body and a helmet. So it's not a big costume to replicate, really. It's pretty easy. So
Yeah. I think like some of those Chewbacca outfits are like $1,000 for the really good ones.
oh mate, there I was gonna get I was saving up to get so I was serious about joining, so I was saving to get from the UK, from the original studios that made the armor for the first movie, because if you want to join the 501st, you're meant to wear the armor that was from the first movie,
Yeah, it has to be screen accurate. They're
to
very
be screen
picky.
accurate,
You make your
even
own
though
or you buy theirs.
they've improved the stormtrooper armor since, for the more modern, like Mandalorian and stuff. But yeah, it's what you're meant to do to join up. So it was 2,500, but that was to get the full armor plus the blaster and the holster. So like I priced it so I'd get everything in one hit, instead of just, buying a little piece here and there. Because there were options that you could buy like some of the armor at a time, and then just piece it together and slowly. But yeah, they had this like complete set, and it was like, as I said, it was 2,500 Australian, so it was probably like about 1,500 US. But you got like an underskin, like a black underskin suit. You got all the armor, and as I said, you got the blaster and the holster. So yeah, and I was keen to do that, but I don't know, some other stuff came up in life, and I kept on hacking into the money that I was putting aside for it, and then I just decided the dream was over one day, and I stopped worrying about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean,
It
that
always sucks when
happens.
something else comes up.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Cat's making a Darth Vader. I think it's back from the 90s, isn't it, Cat? It's a resin statue, is what Cat's
Uh,
making.
always forget. It's 95. I kept wanting
Yeah,
to say 98, but it's 95.
it's an AMT model company vinyl plastic model sculpture Vader. So that's why
Yeah.
Cat's currently using like a Dremel tool, because you got to get rid of all the extra bits and pieces from the casting of the
I never
vinyl.
bought any of the model kits, but I've always wanted to.
AMT, I don't like AMT model kits, so I never found their casting to be very good. But that said, I've never made an AMT vinyl kit, so like Cat's making. I've only ever made one vinyl kit in my life, and I think I just said it last weekend when we were on. It was a Iron Man, but a comic strip Iron Man, not a movie version, because it was back in late 80s, I think, when I made that. So yeah, well before the Marvel franchise of movies came out. So yeah. Wow. All right. I'm not really going to. I'm talking a lot of rubbish and not really building, but that's okay. As I said, I already built a kit tonight, and I
So
wasn't
nothing new?
well. Well, yeah, fair. All right, I'll pay that. But in my defence, it's
Well,
4:35 a.m.
I mean, you and Orlando do have to talk since it's quote unquote your stream.
Well, that's true. It's about time you recognise too.
Right. I have a
You
question then.
recognise that it's our
How
stream.
come there's a chick on the thumbnail versus two guys building robots? So can you answer that?
Oh, because Orlando and I are smart, and we know that that's
Yeah.
clickbait. That's
Yeah,
What's
just
clickbait?
clickbait.
sex sells.
Sex sells, and we use it to promote our stream.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So was that a fair enough answer?
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what,
yeah,
Rolando?
but I think it's a little weird.
I
You
don't
say
think
no, but okay, answer. So you say sex sells, which it does. I mean, let's be honest, right? Then,
yeah,
how come she's decently dressed as a scientist that built the robot? So
because
generally,
there's
if you're
all
gonna say sex
different,
sells, shouldn't she be
because there's all
scantily?
different male fantasies, and then you've got the librarian, school
Oh,
teacher,
and then you got the
look like.
scientist nerd.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got it.
So that is a thing. That is a legitimate selling thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Uh huh.
So therefore, it must be our stream, because we've proved it.
Yeah.
Okay, but why does it look like me though?
Oh well.
Oh. Yeah.
Red hair, red glasses. Why
Well,
did you guys choose that for
It's
Cat.
a
me?
fun house.
To be honest, we did it as a tribute, and
Yeah.
Oh,
because we knew you were going to join us on the stream, so But you know, like if we've offended you, I'm sorry. Like, but it was
No, I'm
meant to be.
just
We try to
curious.
It was
capture
meant
your
to be.
likeness every
It
way.
was. It was. Yeah. It was meant to be a tribute.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Noted.
So I think that all you've proven is that it is our stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize you guys knew how to do the AI stuff, the AI pictures.
Hey, it's
Oh yeah.
AI.
So good for you. So
I
I will
just
say,
told. I
having
just
never
told
done
it, and it came up with a few options, and then I
right,
picked one.
I'm a mess over here.
That's how
Never
AI
done
works.
a model kit. There are a few issues, and I don't know if it's because it's vinyl or because it's just what uh, 30 years old. But there are some like holes in it. Oh, over here. There's some like holes in different places. So I'm gonna have to get my modeling clay and fill it, I think, and sand it
Yes, you
over. But
do.
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, for it being this old, I don't think it's that bad.
I'm pretty sure you read that in the instructions last weekend
I don't remember. It's been a
that
long week,
you
so I don't
meant to
remember.
make any repairs or fill gaps with modeling clay. Yes.
Well, when I end the stream, I'll have that. We'll do that last, so that way it's
I'm
got some
sure. I'm
dry.
sure that's what you know.
So, what are your guys' plans for later?
Well, given that my weekend's pretty much almost gone, but I can tell you that I'll probably wake up close to lunchtime, and it's Sunday here, so and I already know that it's meant to rain most of the day, so I'm gonna go up and buy a couple of things that I couldn't buy today because I'm an idiot and forgot to take certain documents with me, and I'll be coming home and trying to keep out of the rain because it took me over 2 weeks to get rid of a cold. I think I was still feeling the effects of it at work. I was all sweaty and stuff on Friday, so it's still in my system, if you know what I mean. So the last thing I want to do is be out
That's
in the
fine.
rain for too much and get wet and get sick again. Because I think the virus is still in my body, but all the other stuff's gone, like the runny nose and the well, I didn't really have a very sore throat, but a slight sore throat, and, yeah, and the old headaches, of course. But yeah, but so yeah, that'll be my next 24 hours basically, because I'll start work. Obviously, I'll be at work this time in 24 hours. I'll be working basically. So
I got to work on
actually,
some videos.
yeah, you make some videos and some editing, eh?
Yeah. Got to finish doing that.
But yeah,
I'm fine.
Oh yeah.
what about you? What are you going to do, Kat? Since you've got your whole weekend virtually in front of you.
Um, I don't know, a friend of mine invited me to a party at
Oh,
like
there you go.
30,
What?
like get together party, whatever.
What?
I don't know if I'm gonna go though.
Is it
It's
a
gonna
hen's
depend on
night?
how I feel.
Are you going to a hen's night?
I don't
Are
know what
you going to
that
put
is.
dollar bills down
Well, not that kind
a,
of
a
party.
s-
What is wrong with
a
you?
stripper's G-string?
No,
Cat out of control? Like, don't they have girls out of
no.
control or something? Or
You mean Girls Gone
see,
Wild?
yeah, girls gone wild, cat gone wild. That's what
No,
it is.
no,
That's what I was trying to think of. Cat gone wild.
no. Not that kind of party. Not that kind of party. But like I said, it's at 3. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Oh,
But
you should do it.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
I
Go out
mean,
and party.
it's like you're a big social butterfly and you're always going out. Like,
Yeah, right.
exactly. So, in that being the truth and the case,
Listen,
you
unless it's
probably
like my
should
two
go.
besties, half the time I'll say, yeah, I'll do something, and then I instantly regret saying I'm going to go somewhere, and I don't want to go. So, but she invited me on Tuesday night, and I was like, well, I was like, I don't know, but I was like, I'll see and stuff, and then so I just put them on it. So we'll see. We will see. But other than that, then I have some other stuff I got to get done, but nothing like major or anything right now.
Oh, well, we'll get to record it.
Ugh.
My gosh, this thing is a pain in the butt. Holy crap.
Mhm.
Wow, I just went inside the house to the bathroom. I had to walk across the backyard. It is pitch black. I'm
That is how the
so
night
dark.
works.
No, but I mean, like, there's no moon. There's no moonlight whatsoever. Like, there's no moon in the sky I can see. It's just pitch black with lots of cloud cover. But yeah, I cannot see a moon or where the moon is in the sky whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah.
The moon on Wednesday was really great. After I got the kiddo his haircut, we were driving to the store and we're going on top of this hill and it's super low, massive, and yellow. It was gorgeous.
Oh well, but we were starting a new moon cycle because there was a full moon stuff earlier in the week. So it's just that period in the moon cycle where there's just no moon, and then tomorrow night there'll be a little crescent moon, and then it gets bigger and bigger after that. But yeah, no, it's just eerie. When I walked outside, I went, "Whoa!" Normally, I can see a lot better than what I could see. I was like, "Whoa, what's
Yeah. With
going
that
on?"
hour change, obviously it gets darker an hour sooner. Like it used to get dark around 7:30, and
Uh,
now it's at 6:30. It'll be dark.
yeah, we changed our clocks by an hour, but we're it actually gets lighter earlier in the morning here now because the clocks have gone forward. So the day's longer too. It,
This was the first
and
time I never
yeah,
knew
go
the clocks changed. I had no
on.
idea until Cat posted something. I was like, "Oh, really?"
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
in the height of summer here, because of daylight savings, I've known it to still be pretty light at 9 p.m. at night. That's why people whinge about daylight savings, because they say it's just too late at night for it to still be light.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I used to think it was an awesome thing too. Like, not that they're a very big thing in Australia anymore, but you can still find the occasional one here and there. But a lot of pubs had outdoor beer gardens in Australia. And in summertime, because it was so warm, you'd go there, we'd meet your mates, sit at a table outside and, drink some ice cold beers and just have a laugh and stuff, And daylight savings was awesome because, you could be drinking, you could finish a job at like 5 p.m. and still go meet your mates and have 3 hours of daylight in the beer garden drinking with your mates. Not that it's not fun to sit in the dark and drink with your mates, I'm just saying it was just a cool thing. Or, occasionally I was known to be, swimming still until it got dark down the
Well,
beach because it was so freaking hot. All these things I used to do when I was younger. Probably wouldn't catch me doing them now. But most of the reason I don't want to go and do it now is just because I can't be bothered with big crowds of people anymore. Isn't that weird? But I don't know if that's something that happens to you when you get older. But sometimes I just think about going to some event and going, oh, I don't know if I could be bothered with all that many people. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Cat's practicing to be a dentist.
yeah.
What?
It's got our drills and modeling stuff.
I said, you're practicing to be a dentist. I suppose I should
No.
build something.
This part is so thick. I couldn't, no matter how long it was soaking, I couldn't get the scalpel through it. So I'm just stuck on that one part,
Oh my God.
trying to shave it down.
It's worse than I thought, Rolando. She's actually performing surgery.
Yeah.
She's talking about scalpels and
That's right. I watch a lot of true crime. Don't piss me off.
I know. Look at her
cats.
handle that Dremel.
Cats, the Colorado female version of Dexter. Isn't that right, Cat?
What about Colorado? What?
You're a female Colorado version of Dexter.
Sure. I will not confirm nor deny anything.
Cat, say, can you repeat a line for me? I just want to see how natural it is for you.
Say what?
Can you just repeat a line for me?
What's up?
I just,
Let me
I
turn
want
this
to
off.
see
Hold
how
on.
natural it flows.
Okay.
See if you give
I'm a
yourself
mess.
up.
Okay,
All
what's
right,
up?
you ready?
Yep.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion on the skin. It does what it's told.
So see, God, I don't even do it does what it's told. You
Well, you
threw
can't say
that
the
in.
first one and not say that.
Oh my God, I'm onto it. Catch the Colorado female Dexter.
Yeah.
She's mass murdered. She's got a big hole in the backyard, Orlando, with the cats guarding it. That's
Yeah,
why all the
exactly.
cats. That's why the cats are there.
That's
Because you
why they all
can't
come
hear
around.
No, because you can't hear the person locked up underground. You can't hear them crying because of all the cats meowing around the house. It's a perfect cover, Rolando. Wow.
Pete says, "Why do you think she has a doghouse?"
A
And
dog,
yet, no
exactly,
dogs. Hmm.
exactly right.
Listen,
Exactly
it's
right.
really not that hard to get rid of a body. If you pay attention, it's not that hard. It's really
Although
easy.
I'm one of the original founding members of the doghouse and proud of it. And
Yeah.
I can't remember Cat ever asking me to put lotion on my skin, but yeah.
You and Rolando were the reason I had to start the doghouse.
But maybe she's not ready to kill me yet, so that's why the lotion isn't. You know,
Yeah.
she hasn't worked out what part of my body she's going to skin to make her suit. Ah,
Pete says in all caps, "Watch out, Michael."
yeah, I know. It's all right. I think the next time I get to leave the doghouse, Pete, will be when they're putting me in a wooden box to put me underground, mate. I don't think I'm ever getting out of there. I might as well accept the fact that I'm a lifetime resident of the cat's doghouse now.
The games have only begun. True.
What are you doing, Pete? You been to any car booting? Been car booting, scooting? Any found any bargains? Actually, that's something I'll do. I'll try and start going back to my Sunday market.
Yeah. I like going to the car boots, but
Yeah. That's what it
one of
is.
the
It's
big ones
basically a car boot.
that we had closed down, and so now there's only one in Salt Lake. Got to go to the Salt Lake City Fairgrounds. That's the only
So
car boot around now.
the car boot. The only problem with the car boots this time of year is the weather.
Yeah,
Pete says he's
So
it's
that's
become
cold
a
why.
outside.
whatnot. I haven't bought anything off of there, but I see good stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
remember in
think
the beginning there were such great prices.
Yeah.
what not hasn't hit Australia. I know it started in the US and there was a lot of enthusiasm for it when it first came out.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of great prices.
And then I
Dollar
heard
amounts.
they were going to be opening it up in the UK, which obviously it sounds like it's happened. But unfortunately, I think I bet it is. I bet it is addictive. I know that like Zombie Hunter uses it quite a fair bit, and another one of my mates from my lacrosse club uses it a lot. Is Facebook Marketplace. That seems to be the one that's kicking
Nice.
off the biggest in Australia. But as I said, we don't have Whatnot, so and then of course there's always you know, the standard eBay, I guess you can get on, but yeah.
Yeah, I gotta order some more comic books for my dad from eBay.
Back when you know, the internet really wasn't a thing,
So,
and you know, you wanted to find some you know, bargains and stuff, so we're going back to, you know, the 80s and stuff,
yeah.
where everyone read newspapers and stuff. We used to get
Yeah,
a
or drove
weekly
around for
new.
garage sales.
We used to get a weekly auction type newspaper that would come out, and people would advertise what they've got for sale and put their phone number there, and they put how
Yeah.
much they want for it, and then you just ring up a phone number and say, "Oh yeah, I want to buy it." And I remember
I,
my dad used to get that newspaper every week, and they have different sections. You know, like there'd be a car section, and there'd be a, you know, a military section, and then there'd be you know, different collectibles section. And I remember every time, you know, stealing my old man's paper to have a look in there, to have a look at what was for sale and stuff occasionally. So yeah, I used to enjoy that kind of stuff. So I
well,
reckon
I grew
if
up.
I was on, if I was on something like the Whatnot, I think I'd get addicted to.
I grew up going to garage sales with my mom when I was a kid. So
Yeah,
I
see
remember.
that. Yeah, I can see like garage sales. Yeah, we have them, but they're not that frequent. I would say like 1 in 10 people would have a garage sale. Most people wouldn't invite people to their house anymore, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, they're still around here.
A lot of people don't invite strangers to houses anymore.
No, but if you
If you,
have a garage sale, you post about it. You put it on Facebook
but
Marketplace or just your regular
that's
Facebook,
what
and
I'm
then you put
saying.
signs up.
But
So
Yeah, he's saying people
it's
coming over
died
to your
off.
house.
So then there's a whole heap of people coming to your house. And my point is that people in Australia have stopped doing that because they're fearful of strangers eyeing off and looking and casing their house straight up. That's why people use other
Hmm.
avenues to sell, like Facebook Marketplace. And then what they do is say, I'll meet you in a neutral place and exchange the goods for the cash there. I bet
Yeah.
you Zombie, if he was here right now, Zombie would say that a lot of stuff, he's brought a ton of his helmets and stuff through Facebook Marketplace, and he drives up here to the city, which is like an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours away for him. And he just meets a lot of people, not at their houses. He meets them at like a shopping mall car park or a McDonald's or a, you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
well established location. And they just exchange the money in the car park and go their separate ways. So,
sounds like a drug deal.
I know.
yeah, well, it is like a drug deal, but it's people do that so you don't go to their house.
Hey,
That was,
Yeah.
and that's
hey,
my
you
whole
like? I got
point.
the stuff. Show me the goods. Show-
I
Yeah.
mean,
Got the
we
money?
do have in our newspapers, there's still people that put in ads for garage sales and stuff. Like some people don't
Yeah.
care. I'm just saying that the majority unfortunately now are fearful of being robbed and crime, that they,
Huh.
because it's the modern world.
That's not a thing here in the U.S. Nobody fears that.
Well, if I was in the US, I wouldn't be advertising the garage sale and inviting people to my house.
Well,
I
anymore,
mean,
either you have a ring door
especially,
camera or your
especially,
neighbors do,
especially a culture
or,
that
you
carries
know,
guns and
every
stuff.
everybody's got a gun, pretty much. I
That's
mean,
what I mean. Like,
so
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, people. Obviously, it's easier and for them to sell it out of their, garage driveway instead of like going to the carpool and setting up buying a booth area and setting up.
you see, we just don't get a lot of car boots, and then you get some
because that
places.
costs money too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You got to
but
pay for the booth
there's not a lot
compared
of
to just doing it out of
places.
your house.
You need a big block of land to hold car boots, and because I live in a big city, there's not a lot of big blocks of land around for people to set up a paddock full of cars for people to sell their goods. Like the market, the car boot that I go to now, they literally shut down a shopping centre car park for people to set up. So, like it's that, because that's a big block of land that they can use for that many people selling items. So
Yeah, for
yeah,
Salt Lake
and
City,
then
they
the other location where we used to use drive-ins, like drive-in cinemas.
yeah,
They they used to use them on Saturdays and Sundays. They'd often get used for car boot sales during the day, because obviously they weren't operating as a cinema in daylight because it's a drive-in. You know what I mean? Like, so that was a way that they could rent their land out and make some money by having car boot sales down the weekend. The only problem was all the drive-ins closed down, didn't they? So,
yeah. Ours finally did.
so that meant a lot of the car boots disappeared as well. But in my lifetime, they've virtually almost disappeared completely. And I remember my father used to take us to a different car boot or something every weekend because, well, A, it was an outing for the family. Even if we didn't buy anything from anywhere, it was just fun to walk around and be as a family. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and B, like it was a way that my father could entertain us and not have to spend a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, so, because often admission to a lot of these places were free anyway. So, yeah. I mean, sometimes they charge you for parking, but that was about it. You know, it'd only be a
yeah.
couple of bucks.
Our drive-in theater closed down, so now that's why the only thing left is at the Salt Lake Fairgrounds, because that's the only big place.
Yeah, like on the other side of my city, there's a place. I've only been there twice in my life because it's so far for me to go. But it used to be an old factory where they make bricks, for housing, for building houses, housing bricks.
Hmm.
And it was an old factory that closed down, and it was a massive block of land with a massive buildings on there. And someone grabbed hold of it and they converted it into a like a market stall place. And you could go out there and you could spend hours because there was so many like little stalls where people were selling goods, like, and there was so much variety of stuff out there. And yeah, But as I said, it's so far away that I've only been there twice in my life. But anyway, but I know that's something I can do. We've got the big market, which is a big tourist thing too in my city. It's called the Queen Victoria Market, and that has all little market stalls, and it also has your fruit and veg, and fishmongers and butchers and all sorts of stuff section as well. But then it's also got a section of market stalls where people sell, discounted shoes and clothing and all sorts of stuff, if you know what I mean. Like, there might be a few stalls that are like sell, pop culture stuff, but not many. Yeah. The Queen Vic Market, it's one of those places when people come as a tourist to my city, that everyone seems to go and visit it, if you know what I mean. Because it's old and stuff as well. Like, it's old buildings and, yeah, old architecture. But yeah. But that it used to have a lot more stores than what it's got now. So, when I go there as an adult, I kind of weep thinking about how good it was when I was a kid, or even how good it was when I was, say, in my 20s. And now that I'm in my 50s and I go there seems to be 50% of the stores that they used to have, which is really sad in a way. And a lot of the stores there now are based around tourism, because it's a lot of tourists that go there, not a lot of locals. So there'll be like Australian souvenir stores and stuff like that everywhere. It's just like, once you've seen one, you don't need to see another one, but you don't need to see three in a row, if you know what I mean. Like, so
Yeah.
I stopped wanting to go to the market on that factor alone. But the food's good there. I'll give it that. They have a lot of takeaway food, like caravans there,
Hmm.
and there's a what do you call it? A hot jam donut store that's been there in operation, I think, for it's in this old fashioned bus still, but they've been going for something like 60 something years, and the same family own it still, and all they make is hot jam donuts. And people queue up at the market for them because they're like iconic, if you know what I mean. Like, they're an icon of the market.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
I have a
you must
question. I think I
remember,
know what you
Kat.
guys are gonna
Hang on,
say, but what?
Kat. Before. Remember, I showed you a bit of that market one of the last times I was there, and I got some of those donuts. And you remember what happened? I
You were
was
wearing a
wearing a
white
white.
t-shirt and you
I was
spilled
wearing a white t-shirt,
donut all over yourself.
and I
Yeah.
was talking to Kat on the phone, and I showed Kat, and I just had this massive red thick stream of like strawberry or raspberry jam going down my top, my white t-shirt, and Kat was laughing absolutely
Because he
when I
literally,
showed.
he's all like, "These are so messy," and then he took a bite and just went.
Yeah, I
Like,
said they were so
why are you
messy,
wearing white? Why,
and I,
if you know it's
but
that
I,
bad, why are you?
my statement to Kat also was, before I took that bite, was maybe I should sit down and sit still and eat this, because I feel like I'm about to spill a whole heap on myself. And sure enough, I'm walking along and he got the jam all the way down the white t-shirt, which was a pain in the ass, because I wanted to go to other places that day, and I ended up not going because I had to go home and change my clothes because I messed them up. And there was a few other places I wanted to go in the city that day. So yeah, geez, that was funny. I don't think I've been back there since that day, Kat. Now that I think about it,
I don't know. Okay, I think I know what you guys are gonna say, but I just wanna know what you guys are thinking. Would
you don't
you
want to know what I'm
recommend,
thinking.
shut up, would you recommend painting this first before I glue stuff? Or would you recommend melting it, with the blow dryer and gluing it together first before painting some of the
You
pieces?
need to have it. You need to. Well,
That's a Mr. B question.
Okay,
nah.
Mr.
Well,
I
I
B,
can see
mean,
it both
can you
ways.
please? Because I
I can see
could
it
see the
both
benefit
ways
of
too.
both.
Yeah, exactly. Because you want the unpainted parts, so the parts glue together nicely.
Right. And that's what I
The
was
thing
thinking.
is, the thing is, if you do paint it and then you use the blow dryer on it, and then you heat it up, because you remember you can only use acrylic paints on this,
I know,
so
which
that's water
I have to
based,
buy.
and
I
the,
don't
the
have
water
acrylic
based
paints.
paints will just scratch
They
off
don't
really
fade.
easy.
I have a
So
whole thing of paint, but I don't think it's
you'll have to
acrylic
do
paint.
a lot of touch up. You're gonna have to do a lot of touch up if you pre-paint it.
I have to vacuum myself.
And then I don't know what certain brands of acrylic paints how they might react to the heat of the blow dryer. They shouldn't do
That I need
anything, but
to fix.
maybe some of them will
That's a
bubble. I
hole.
don't know. That could be a thing.
That's a hole. That needs to be shaved down more. I don't know. Is Mr. B still here? I don't
Mr.
think he
B,
is. I don't think he's still here. I think he's gone. 'Cause some of
what'd
this
you
I
do
need
to
to
Mr. B?
still, and like it's got some holes and some, like the patchwork isn't going to be that bad. And
Surely
some of it
Mr.
will be
B would
covered,
have
but
said
you'll
he was
see it with the
leaving.
paint and the hole. So it's just a few pieces, but I need to still, like, this is really rough and you don't want to paint it like that, but I just don't know if I should. And then I need to look up plaster because
To
I
be
don't have any
honest,
plaster for this.
to
I
be
have clay, but not
honest,
plaster. What?
if you want my straight up answer, because I've thought about
What?
it more, I'm
Uh-huh.
with the painting it when you're finished.
Yeah. Because they also said, because
Because
what I was
you
thinking is,
may
because
need to fill
hold on, because
gaps
they
and
said,
stuff yet.
yeah, I was
So
thinking,
you
if I
might
glue
need
it
to
right,
sand all that down, and you
and
need to
then
blend it
if I have
into
to
the
put clay in it
model. And
to seal it,
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
but because I know a lot of this is just too rough still, I'm gonna have to sand it again.
There's some good modeling stuff you can get from model stores. Like there's
Yeah, but
stuff
I might
they
lose you.
call green
Yeah, but
stuff and that.
they're way more
But it's
expensive, and I
they
got
are
screwed over with
expensive, but
money
they're
this time,
designed.
so.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
well, maybe you should postpone it.
yeah. Or I might just look on Amazon because Amazon is generally cheap.
Well,
But
yeah, you gotta prep all the pieces first before you start gluing.
I have to
You
what?
start
green
gluing
stuff's
and
good.
prep and painting.
No,
You
what
gotta
did you
prep
say?
it.
Well, yeah, but I know. I know I have to, but I'm just saying I want to have, like, um, it ready to go when I wanted
Yeah,
to. But I think, okay.
Oh,
So we're in agreement. Cat's not painting until it's all glued together, right? Yes. Okay.
yeah. Sounds good
well,
to me.
that's what I said, but yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, this one needs to have the hole fixed. This one has a hole. This has a slight hole.
Because if you end up using modeling clay or putty or whatever you end up
That needs
using,
to be
you're
fixed.
basically gonna need to
This has got a big hole
Sand
down
it
here.
down to make it
Yeah.
smooth
Well,
to
you
paint.
also have to let it dry for. I think this clay is like 72 hours. I have to let it dry or something.
And to be completely honest, the other thing I'd be doing with this model before I painted it would be I would totally coat it with a primer first, like
Okay,
a
something
grey
else to buy.
primer or something, or a white primer.
So something else I have to buy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of these things do require a lot of
Money. Well,
tools
some of it
and
I may have to buy next month because, like I said, I got screwed over with money this month. So.
talking about screwed over. I got these tiny little fins here, and they want me to
Yeah.
put these tiny little grey stickers on parts of it. So here I am, but that first one lined up perfectly. So maybe I'll be all right. But the problem is there's 6 of the buggers. So
I will be right back. I gotta find the clay.
this would have been easier at 2 o'clock in the afternoon than
Gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm
5:20
all
in
the
the morning.
shading stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Vacuum myself.
I was just,
Oh
obviously my
gosh.
eyes are
That's
getting
yeah.
tired.
Vacuum
I got
myself.
tired eyes, Rolando.
All right, I'll be right back.
I bet 5 in the morning. My eyes would be tired.
Oh gosh.
So that's the thing, but because I get up and I work, so early, I
Yeah.
only get a couple of nights, and I've always been most of my life, adult life, I've been a night owl, and it's really hard to break the being a night owl. So
Yeah.
I get my Friday night and my Saturday night to be a night owl, because generally I can sleep in a bit on a Saturday morning
Uh,
or a
I've always
Sunday
been a
morning.
morning person.
But yeah, right. But I'm still a morning person sometimes as well. So I used to be a freak. I used to be able to function on so little sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to party and then still wake up early the next day.
Oh God, yeah.
I remember once I only fell
I
asleep
used
for
to
1 hour and then I stayed awake the whole day.
guys I grew up with here in my area, because I moved back to the original house and I live behind mum. Um, uh, what's the name? Guys I grew up with in this area, they two brothers that were literally 2 houses away from me, that I grew up with. They bought a house in an area that was like lots of pubs and bands and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
basically every weekend I used to go there, and it was on the other side of my city too. And I used to go over there, and I didn't really know that side of the city very well, but used to go there and just end up sleeping on their couch for the whole weekend and then leaving on Sunday, basically. And I'd hardly
Yeah.
get any sleep. But I remember we'd be, out drinking all night, and everyone would wake up the next morning and it would be like, oh man, I need a coffee. I feel dead. I used to just get up, go straight to the fridge and grab a beer and
Yeah.
drink a cold beer at like
All right,
8
I'm back.
a.m. in the
Breakfast
morning
of
or something.
champions.
And everyone would go, how could you do that? I'm like, it's the hair of the dog. And I'd always feel grouse for the rest of the day and not get a hangover. And those guys would be sitting around in the lounge room
Oh
watching me
gosh.
drink my beer, giving me crap. And they'd be going, man, I've got a headache. Man, I've got a hangover. And the secret was I always drank a lot of water before I crashed too on a big night of alcohol. I think you got to do that. try and get as much
Is there?
fluid.
Okay. Good. Good. Oh,
Funny thing is, Rolando, I don't think I could do what I used to do anymore.
I
That's for
know.
sure.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
There were
Still
some
function, a
weekends
little bit of sleep.
where I, we might have been up and didn't sleep for the whole night,
All right.
and then we'd be out again all night the next night. We might have had like a nap or something in the afternoon, but you'd stay up all night and you'd still be drinking at bloody 6 in the morning.
oh.
Yeah,
God,
those were the days.
God, I used to do a lot of that,
Ow,
especially
ow.
the
Oh, gosh, that hurt.
night clubbing. Nightclubs made it easy to do that because you could go from one nightclub to the other, and some of them would close later than the other, so you'd go to one first and then go to the next one according to what time they closed. And the good old days.
Yeah, here in Utah, yeah, we had just up to midnight, I guess. That was the last call.
Was it?
Yeah, at the bars.
God, we used to have. I was a VIP member at a nightclub that wasn't too far away from where I am now. Um, and that nightclub opened till 7 a.m. in the morning, and
Wow.
it was one of the only nightclubs in the whole city that stayed open that late. So you would get people that would come out of other nightclubs and
Right.
then queue up outside this one because they all got kicked out of other nightclubs at like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. I just remember people would be queued up, that time of morning to get into the nightclub that I was a VIP member at. Because I remember sometimes I'd go to other nightclubs myself. And because I was a VIP member, I used to go straight to the front of the queue and walk straight in. And all these people used to go, "Oh, fucking, how come he got in?" It'd be
Hey!
like,
What is wrong with you? Really? Language.
Yeah.
It's okay. 12 seconds had passed by.
You don't make the rules. This ain't your stream.
Well, technically it is.
No, it's not.
But yeah, it was always a good thing to know that you could go out, or I'd go and see a band, or I'd go out on a date and a movie and a dinner or something, and then, you could still go to the nightclub and have, you know, 5, 6 hours of drinking and partying. So yeah, it was always a good thing. Well, that was fun putting those little stickers on. Just don't know if they're going to stick that long.
I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for lunch.
Well, you're talking about lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's for lunch?
I don't know.
It's being served at the doghouse.
Well, it's different from
I'm,
my
prob-
lunch.
I'm only 6.5 hours away from lunch myself,
Oh,
but my lunch is on a Sunday.
This dried out a little bit, so I gotta fix this. Now. Apparently the lid was cracked a little bit.
Oh, wow. Looks like a rib cage. Oh,
Hate that. Should be okay though. Let's look it up a little bit. As long as it doesn't harden, I think I'll be
are you listening to Korean music or something, Kat?
Yeah. Listen to it. Can you hear it too much? Turn it down.
No, I was just wondering what it is.
It's the OST of It's Okay Not to Be Okay. The original soundtrack to a K-drama called It's Okay Not to Be Okay. A really great one, but it's intense and it's hard to watch certain parts, or you got trauma. It can be triggering a little bit, but it's really good. It's one of my favorites.
Okay. Seriously, does that go? Right. Okay. A Gundam with a rib cage. Something different. I suppose it is the Hell Gundam, so although it seems a weird choice of colours for a Hell Gundam.
What's a Hell Gundam?
You think a Gundam, well, this is the Death Sight Gundam. I've already made one of these before, but this is the special version of it. Rum's even made one of these. Remember Rum? We used to do Top Gun.
Oh,
Here you go.
don't remember
This is what
him.
I'm actually building this. The Death Sight Gundam.
Hold on.
But this is a special version.
Hold on.
So I'm actually building a version of this, but it's a special edition version. And like that's its normal, and this one's got like ribs and stuff. So it's going to be similar but different, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So that's why they've kept the colors, but they haven't.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But this is I kind of like those outside ribs. Anyway. Yeah.
Nice.
I've got to find where this sticker goes. Where's that one go? That's the one I want. Actually, anyway.
That one's done. What this one has? Okay. So that's got to dry out of the bag. This does. Those we gotta stay out. Here's a hole. This one's a bigger one. Ew, gross.
What's gross?
Some of the clay went up my fingernail and it just felt weird.
Are you using clay already?
Yeah, I have to fill in the holes. Because some of these are the
Oh,
connector ones, so it'd be too hard to set it and then. So I'm just fixing it. The biggest one is on the cape, but I have to let them dry. How long does it take?
It said 72 hours.
I think it is. You have to double check. 2 to 3 days. Yeah. I think because it's so little, it may not need 2 to 3 days, but I'll definitely just let them in and out. Nope.
and the problem is,
What?
depends on what the clay is.
Or what? What depends on what?
Because the clay mightn't adhere to the vinyl,
Hey,
and
we're not
what
going
you're
to put that
doing
in the
now might.
universe. We're going to be.
I'm
We're
just
going. No, we're
giving
not
you
putting
the
that in the universe. We're going to be
possibilities.
positive. Nope. I don't want to hear that right now. We're not putting that into the universe.
All right, then.
If it doesn't, then I'll come across that. But
All
right
right, then.
now,
I don't know what you're talking about. You already told me to basically shut up. So
I'm just saying, don't put that on the universe because then you put that out there, then it's like gonna actually happen. So we're gonna be positive that this is gonna be just fine.
is that snoring?
What?
Huh?
What did you say,
I thought
Michael?
I heard snoring.
Oh.
Oh, Rolando's sleeping again.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think I'm the one that's meant to be passed out and asleep by now.
Well, I can end it
Let's
soon,
see.
so.
Oh, that's all right. You can keep going. I'm a big boy. I can jump off and look after myself. The only problem is when I do streams, even if it's if I stay up late at night like I am right now doing a stream, I can't go straight to bed. It takes me an hour or so to wind down from the stream. I don't know
Well,
what
the
it is,
excitement.
but I don't know what it is, but yeah. So I can never just go straight to bed after I've streamed late. Yeah. I don't know if that's just me or other people find the same thing. But like, there's been a few times when we used to do Top Gun late at night. It was late at night for us in Australia, and I'd stay up another 2.5 hours, and I'd still be building, even though we'd finished the stream. You know what I mean? Like, because I just couldn't go to sleep yet. No one's made a comment for a while.
Yeah,
I think it's just
probably
us
bored with
talking to
it.
each other.
I'm just watching
Sh-
Cat build.
I think it's just,
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Well, other
us.
people are probably started streaming too, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure since it's Saturday.
I don't know. What time Saturday is it for you again?
11:39 a.m.
Oh, in the morning. Oh, you probably
Yeah,
wouldn't get a
it's
lot
not
of
even
people
noon yet.
streaming. You probably wouldn't get a lot of people streaming. And Scuba Pete's, what, 2 hours in front of you?
Yeah,
So he'd probably been up for a long time. So it was a lot later in the morning for him.
yeah, it's 1 o'clock for him. Almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Fair enough. Hello?
The Geek Strong again.
Hello? Yeah, Cat's getting a booty call. It must be an older man, Rolando.
Yeah.
You know how I
Right.
know that?
How's that?
Because he's ringing her landline.
Right.
So he's old school.
Priority. Hey, you
These,
getting ready for the
these,
party?
these damn newfangled mobile phones.
Yeah.
I don't
It's the
understand.
old dialer.
Yeah. Oh God, the good old days, the old dial phone.
Yeah.
Jeez, I remember, you know. And then I remember a couple of office jobs when I got older. Some of them had old dial-up phones. You used to put your pen in the dial and start getting
Yeah.
quicker at dialing numbers. You'd
Right.
use the tool like a pen or a pencil to to, to put in the dial. Uh,
Exactly.
Good old days. Back when I was a boy.
Back in my day.
Now listen to me, Sonny. Back when I was a boy. Jeez. This could be different. Oh wow, this head builds like nothing else. Hmm.
Oh, it's
Maybe
been
I'll be
getting
a
fun.
maybe
uh,
maybe I'll have a timeout for a sec.
it's been fun
I,
going out to toy hunts again and posting
I
daily
bet it is.
videos.
That
Going
was the
out
best
again.
thing about, for me, the best thing about collecting Black Series, to be honest, was the ability to go and pick up stuff in person in the wild,
Yeah.
and if you were looking for a certain figure, to go to 3 or 4 stores and then find that figure, it was such a good feeling, and I think it gave me personally, I enjoyed that side of that collecting hobby, and as soon as all of a sudden, oh, but if you want that figure, you better order it online or else you're not going to get it. As soon as all that stuff started coming into it, the enjoyment wasn't as, it wasn't like I still enjoyed getting figures, but it just didn't feel the same anymore. And for some reason, the other thing was those figures didn't mean as much to me as those other figures that I went out and found myself. And it's the other thing too, where you get to the hook, and there might be 3 of the figure that you're looking for on the shelf, and you get to choose the best painted one. You know what I mean? Like out
Yeah.
of the 3, and the one that seems to be the one that's got the best, detailing on it.
Yeah. That's
And
why we wanted the window boxes.
but when you order online, they just grab one out of their big box and chuck it in a parcel, and you know what I mean. And then you get it and you go, okay. And if you get one that the paint apps aren't great on, well, you're stuck with it, aren't you? You can't. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just sort of not. And as I said to you, as we were talking about earlier, Star Wars figures have almost completely disappeared out of all my retailers. So there's only 2 left now that I can think of that I can actually walk into and buy figures out
Yeah.
of all the retailers that used to sell them. So it's not great, considering, you know, when 2 of the major chains in Australia, one of them being Kmart and the other one being Target, stopped selling Star Wars toys. That's the beginning of the end, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because smaller retailers follow suit to what the big guys do. And I think that's what's happening. Even smaller toy shop companies aren't carrying the line anymore. It's just like, why? And the guy just plainly said to me at one of these smaller type toy stores that it wasn't worth his while getting them in because the kids don't buy them, and often he ended up discounting them, and even then he still got stuck with certain
Yeah.
figures for a long time because he said people weren't buying them. And I was like, okay, I understand. He goes, I'm better off putting something on the shelf, that sells. Whether it's a Roblox toy or something like that.
Yeah. I
Actually, you
mean,
know what's funny?
distribution was bad.
I just thought of that. That Roblox game platform is gonna end up putting a social media site into it, the game. And because of that, it looks like that Australian kids won't be able to play Roblox anymore, because I think I was telling you all in the stream last Saturday that as of December 10th, all the young kids in Australia under 16 will no longer have access to any social media, which includes
Yeah.
YouTube. And now it sounds like it's going to go across to video game platforms that have a social media like chat platform on it. Then the kids won't be able to play those games anymore. So there's a lot of it only got announced this week, but there's a lot of, obviously, on the back of kids whinging and crying about Roblox being blocked, because obviously there's a lot of kids in Australia that must play it. And therefore, they're all upset that their favourite thing might be taken away from them. So, yeah. But yeah, it's funny. But we're not the first country in the world to that's going to do this with their younger kids. So there's a few European countries that have already banned their young kids from getting on social media and stuff. You got to be an adult to get on it. So yeah. Is that snoring again? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's snoring. What are you doing?
Hold on.
Oh, you're working on a puzzle now. Oh, you're cleaning up the putty or the clay. Geez, and you think I'd be the one that would be snoring at 5:50 a.m.? Hey? Oh, Rolando. Classic. Hey, Chip. That's Rolando snoring in the background, Chip. And Cat's making zero noise. I don't know what she's doing. She's not talking. I think Cat's on her phone. What's going on, Chip? Just crawl out of bed. Oh, your sister called. Fair enough. Don't be sorry. She did kidnap your kid, so I suppose you better talk to her. Yeah, Chip, what's going on? Just get out of bed, or? Oh no, probably not. You probably were up at the crack of dawn doing your morning exercise. Am I right, Chip? You went out for your morning jog? Or was it your morning 18 holes of golf?
Okay, what
Maybe?
are you talking about? Hi,
Oh,
Chip. How are you, Chip?
I was
Okay, what were
asking Chip
you?
what he's up to.
Yes, but what were you saying about me before? I couldn't respond because I was on the phone with my sister. We're talking
I
about
said,
Family Day
I
stuff with
suppose
people.
I said, I suppose it's important you talk to your sister since she kidnapped your kid.
Yeah. Well, so she technically called. So if she wants to talk to me, she calls my cell phone. She called the house, so I knew she wanted to talk to my parents, but they're not home. And my kiddo is actually with my brother-in-law right now. She's at Walmart, but we were trying to talk about gifts for everybody, and then kind of spitballing. But yeah, so that's just what it was about. So but I kept hearing you talk about stuff, and you're like saying crap. So I figured you were talking crap again.
Never.
What happened to Orlando? Did he fall asleep?
He's still snoring. Can't you hear him?
No. Is he legit snoring?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to kick him off then.
He's been doing it for 5-10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing that.
He was
Let me
snoring
see.
before, and then I said, yeah, is that
Well, no,
snoring?
because I don't. Well,
And
yeah,
he
I
woke
I
up.
heard that, but
And he
yeah,
woke
I
up
heard
for a
that,
few
but I didn't hear
minutes, and
him
then he's gone
again
back to sleep.
because I was on the phone, so I didn't hear that before. But
He might wake up now while we're talking about him.
well, I kicked him out of the studio, so um,
Well, I'm not going to build anymore because my eyes are too strained.
yeah, it's cool. I got the pieces. I think I didn't do too bad of a job on some of the holes. So I just gotta let those dry for a while.
Something for me to do tomorrow when the rain's hitting my roof
There you go. But,
is continue my build.
but I think
Yeah, it's all right. I'll put something more. I'll put a completed Gundam there.
yeah, I think I will
I,
probably end the
I'll put.
stream. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch. I got everybody else food in the house, but I didn't get myself food, so I gotta figure out something to do for lunch. But I have made a mess. I'm gonna have to vacuum myself in my bed. But all right, so we got Vader's cape trimmed. So next week or later, if I try and stream later, I think, start trying to glue stuff together with the blow dryer. So that should be fun. I'll probably glue my fingers together as well. But yeah,
Well, if you stream this time in 24 hours, I'll be able to watch you at work. I'm just saying.
I know I'm trying to think what I
I
have to
won't
do
be
tomorrow.
joining you, but
Yeah, I got you.
I'll have you on in the background at work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I appreciate
I
everybody
do
hanging
that
out
with
with
a
me.
lot of live streams, but
Yeah, putting them on in
because
the background.
I'm working, I listen and watch a lot of people's streams, but
Yeah, I got
I
it.
don't end up doing any stuff in the comments, or
Well, yeah, because
so
you're
would
working.
no one would even know that I'd actually been there for the whole stream.
Gotcha.
And then I'd often read conversations in the comments and go, oh, I kind of want to add to that, but I can't because I can't get to my phone to type in time. And,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it
I just
happens.
walk around the factory, leave my phone sitting in one location.
That doesn't seem
Ca-
safe, but okay.
Occasionally, I carry my phone from different workstation to different workstation
Yeah,
i- and watch some streams.
cool. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. This was
Yeah.
fun. Um, we will see what happens tonight for another streaming session, which I might just
Well,
do a puzzle tonight or a diamond painting and save my model building for next weekend or something. We'll have to see. But I
wow,
appreciate everybody.
it's starting to become daylight outside, and I haven't been to bed yet. So yeah,
Yeah.
good to see
Fun
everyone, and
times. Yep.
yeah, time for this little boy to think about going to bed.
Right. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.